Hello, welcome back. The latest from Tom Ford, Eau de Ombré Leather, has just landed on my doorstep. I'm a big fan of the Ombré Leather line, so let's find out if this one is equally as impressive. Just a quick reminder of the Ombré Leather line so far. We've got the original, which came out in 2018, but prior to that, it was a part of Tom Ford's private blend, released in this cheaper signature line version, pretty much the same scent. Absolutely superb, 10 out of 10. Masterpiece fragrance. Autumn and winter is the time for this one. Very distinctive, bold, strong, really in line with the Tom Ford brand. Excellent. And then the Parfum, which wasn't quite what I expected. I thought it would be even heavier, even stronger, even bolder. It's not. It's a little lighter, it's a little airier, a bit more suited to spring. Still got that streak of the Ombré Leather, the leather and the jasmine sambac running through the heart of it. But this one was a bit more refined, a bit more mature, perfect for a dressed up formal occasion, whereas the original was maybe great for casual wear in the autumn and winter. So we've had an EDP, we've had a Parfum. What next? You'd think Tom Ford may have jumped on the Elixir bandwagon, but it doesn't seem like they've done that. I'm not quite sure where this new fragrance fits into the lineup. It is part of the Ombré Leather family, but Tom Ford don't seem to be following the usual route of making this one a typical flanker where it's the next one in the chain of a concentration. All they say is that it's inspired by the American West at dawn. I can't even find what concentration this is, doesn't mention on Tom Ford's website. I can't seem to find that information anywhere, but it doesn't really matter that much, I guess. I'm assuming it's probably going to be an EDP, but I don't know that for sure. They also say essences of fresh ginger, coriander and cardamom ignite a bold opening trail that captures a new day rising over the American West. Vanilla tincture stokes a glowing leather accord, a sensual flame grounded in a landscape of rich amber and honeyed woods. So based on that, I'm thinking this is another colder temperature type of fragrance, another autumn winter, but let's smell it and find out. What's interesting is that this one doesn't seem to have the jasmine sambac listed, which I thought was part of the DNA of Ombré Leather. I thought it was part of what made Ombré Leather the smell that it is, but jasmine sambac isn't listed unless they've just got to the point and they think, well, everyone knows it's in there. That's part of the Ombré Leather DNA. We don't need to mention that one anymore. But what is different from the other ones is the mention of ginger, which should give a little bit of extra spicy zinginess to the opening, and also vanilla. So the vanilla tincture, which is igniting this glowing amber and leather. So I'm expecting something quite deep and sensual and ambery and a little bit creamy from that vanilla. Bog standard cardboard box. I bought this one here in Boots in the UK. Seems to be the only retailer other than Tom Ford themselves that are currently selling this one. I picked it up for, including delivery, 112. Boots were listing it for 107. That was with a little bit of an introductory discount, which seemed pretty good. At this stage, it does only seem to be available in this 100ml bottle. As you can see from the bottle, the difference straight away is that you can see through the glass. The others are completely opaque with that matte black finish. Still got the faux leather name on the front, but I gotta say that does sit nicely with the transparent glass. I'm liking it. Time for a little spray. Let's get the first impressions. That is quite different to what I expected. I would say this is a departure from the traditional Ombré Leather type of smell. I'm not getting that it is that similar to that, to be honest. Definite spices in the opening. There is a bit of zingy ginger. I'm almost getting like something nutmeg. Nutmeg isn't listed, but it is quite a nice, spicy opening. And straight away, you can tell that there's a leather in the background and it smells like quite a dark, sort of rough leather. It's not as sweet as in the other two Ombré Leather fragrances. Straight away, I am impressed with the commitment to the leather aspect of this fragrance. The recent Viktor & Rolf Spice Bomb Dark Leather was not dark or leathery enough for my liking, but I think we can trust in Tom Ford to take it to that level. I'm gonna say that this is going to be the least mass appealing. I think this is the one that people might struggle with a little bit more. The others smoothed out the leather a little bit. This one definitely has its leather right there, and it's unapologetic in that it's having it front and center. It's not trying to smooth off the leather edges. It smells like real leather. And I've just noticed on the bottle here, it's actually an EDT. I didn't realize that. So they have gone the traditional route. We've got EDT, EDP and Parfum, but they've sort of done it the wrong way around. Anyway, this is an EDT. This very first initial impression, I'm gonna say that I'm not quite enjoying it as much as the other two. It is nice, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't quite seem to hit the bullseye like the other two Ombre Leathers did in terms of the strength, the potency, the impactful nature. I know I mentioned the leather did seem a little more prominent than all the other notes in this one compared to the other two, but overall it's still not quite as strong or as potent, which is kind of surprising. But then I guess it is an EDT. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not quite sure where I stand on this 100% just yet. So what I'm going to do is go away, I'm going to spray this on, wear it for the day, give it a full wearing, and still come back with a first impressions, but a first impressions of a full wearing rather than just smelling it off my hand. So I'm going to live with this for a few hours and then report back. All right, I am back. It's not good news, guys. I was going to wait a little bit longer before I film the second portion of this video. It's been a couple of hours. I don't really need to wait any longer because the fragrance has pretty much gone. Oh dear. Let's start with the good, because there is a little bit of good. When you first spray it on, it's nice. You get the spicy pop, you get the leather, and it smells like a good natural leather, like you're smelling like the interior of a leather car or a horse's leather saddle or a leather jacket, you know, anything made of leather. Pretty nice opening. Not as nice as the EDP or the Parfum, but it's all right. Pretty soon though, I'm talking 20 minutes for me, the spices start to dissipate, the leather starts to go completely. You're left with a skin scent which is quite pleasant. It's a vanilla-y, slightly sweet, smoky woods. We're 2 hours into the fragrance now and it's barely a skin scent. It's gone. I can't quite believe it. I didn't think this was going to be the case. I'm actually shocked. I know this is an EDT, so that indicates maybe it's a lighter version of Ombre Leather, that maybe it's not going to project, maybe it's not going to be as strong. That's not always the case with EDTs. Look at Sauvage EDT, that's one of the strongest fragrances out there. So an EDT doesn't have to be weaker. It can be lighter in its profile and perhaps more versatile, more wearable, but it doesn't have to be weak. Please bear in mind, this is my experience. There are obviously different skin chemistries. Some people may get better performance than me, so really you've got to try it on your own skin, but not for me. This one faded fast, like rapid. And actually, it faded faster than the recent Spice Bomb Dark Leather, which I was a little bit let down with the performance of that, but the performance of that one lasted quite a bit longer than this. And overall, I preferred the smell of dark leather. Yes, I wanted more leather and I wanted it to be stronger, more impactful, more robust, but it's built on that beautiful Spice Bomb Extreme DNA, so at least we get that, and then there is a little bit of leather. Overall, that is, in my opinion, a nicer scent and a longer lasting scent than this. And it's a weird one because you would think, is it a lighter version of Ombre Leather? Could you wear it in more situations? Is it more versatile? Well, when it opens up, you get the spiciness and you get the leather, which seems to be more autumn, winter, but then that is gone so fast that it's a fragrance that is too weak to wear in the colder months. So the use situations for this is, I mean, it's bordering non-existent. I can't think of any situations in any season where I would reach for this fragrance. Formal occasions, casual situations, date nights. I don't even know if I would wear it for the gym. Very strange release from Tom Ford. I thought they were going to make it 3 for 3 in the Ombre Leather lineup, but no, the first two are fantastic fragrances. If you love that Ombre Leather smell, you're not even going to get that with this because it doesn't really have that Ombre Leather DNA in there. It doesn't have the performance. So if you love Ombre Leather, I can't really see much point in getting this unless you're such a fanboy of the Ombre Leather lineup that you have to have them all. But even if you've got it then, like me, I can't see that you would choose many situations where you would want to wear this and not the other two. I spent quite a lot of money on this fragrance. I've got 100 ml of it and I'm a little bit gutted. I'm a bit disappointed that I'm not getting something better, that I'm not getting better performance, way better performance for the money I've spent. I'm disappointed that I'm not getting that lovely Ombre Leather type of smell that I adore so much. So yeah, not a good buy for me. Weak juice, week release from Tom Ford. Sorry if anyone has got this and you like it, that's great for you. Unfortunately, it's not working for me. If you were thinking of picking this one up, maybe this video might help you to dodge a bullet, or at least go and try it in store. It's going to be in stores. Please, please try this fragrance before you buy it. Try it on your own skin. If you get beast mode performance, perfect. If it works on your skin, that's great. If you really like the smell, then maybe it will be worth you spending £127. For me, it's a disappointment. I am sorry to report. I thought this was going to be a surefire hit. Sorry to end the video on this downbeat note. If you liked the video, if you appreciated getting a heads up on this one, then please give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do all that, you will see me in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.